I'm more of a Dragon Ball video game sicko than I am even like for the anime. I played so much Budokai as a kid, right? I played all 3 Budokai games. I played the Tenkaichi games. I even played Raging Blast when I came to PS3 with friends and stuff, right? Like, Dragon Ball FighterZ is one of my favorite fighting games, right? And God, I gotta get back to it. I haven't played it in a minute, but this game, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, is the way I would put it, Greg, is like if they brought back a new Patapon for you, right? Like years and years and years later.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 3 is one of my favorite games ever, and it's one that I spent so much time playing because at the time in 2000, must have been 2000, like, God, I don't even know what year 2007 or something maybe that it came out. And the year that it came out, it was such a good representation of what it feels like watching the anime fights. Like, it was the Tenkaichi series of games are 3D arena fighters. So it's behind the back. You are playing as Goku or Gohan or whatever character, basically whatever character you want from Dragon Ball, because they have so many of them. And it is, you playing third person fights, flying all around the arena, doing all the different moves from the anime. And like, the original Tenkaichi, I forget how many characters exactly they had, but it was like 100 and something. It must have been like 130 or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But you had all these characters across multiple generations of the anime to choose from, whether it be Dragon Ball, whether it be Dragon Ball Z, whether it be Dragon Ball GT, whether it be other anime that aren't even Dragon Ball that were made by Akira Toriyama. They had
a lot of GT being showcased in the footage that Barrett was just showing.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it was specifically a GT trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's because the GT characters are part of the new ones that they announced alongside, I believe, or coinciding the embargo for this.
You're super.
But yeah, like Dragon Ball Tenkaichi has always been, filled with, again, fan service and like filled with, the idea of, you are living this fantasy of living out this anime, even more so than in the previous games that were just 2D fighters, right? Being able to fly around was so special. And as you got more Tenkaichi games, it just got better and better, looked better, played more smooth, added more stuff. Tenkaichi 3, Ultimate Dragon Ball Z game. Sparking Zero is the sequel to that, essentially. And getting my hands on it, it is a feeling of, oh, we are so back, baby. Like, we are so back. It is another analogy I would give to, and I think I gave this analogy before after SGF, it is basically like the WWE games, but for wrestling, but for Dragon Ball, where, we play WWE, and like the special thing about it is being able to kind of role play in this world, being able to make action figures fight each other.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want CM Punk to fight, I don't know, Randy Orton, or I want, John Cena to fight Big Daddy V. I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it happen. Dragon Ball Sparking is similar in a way where I think some of the things that they've nailed about this, our style is great, fighting feels fantastic. A lot of that stuff is there. One of the things they let us get into during this demo was episode battle, which is kind of like the story mode section of the game. And in episode battle, one of the cool features that they've added is storylines that splinter off from what the canon storyline is. And so you can make choices in the story that'll change the direction of how things go. And it's both like small and big from what I can tell. Early on in Dragon Ball Z, Greg, the story of DBZ starts off, right?
Yeah.
Please tell me the entire DBZ story.
It's Goku. It's him hanging out with his son Gohan, but then Piccolo shows up.
Dad?
That's a good Gohan, yeah.
Thank you.
Piccolo shows up. There's a threat coming from outer space. That threat, his name is Raditz.
Oh my
He's
God.
Goku's brother from another planet. Whoa,
My
Goku's from
God.
another planet? Oh,
Whoa,
that's
he's
crazy.
an alien? What the
He's
heck?
an alien.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Some might say very similar to Superman.
Yeah, they would. I know.
Yeah. But
like,
I mean, would it shock you? I
way stronger and way cooler.
I think
Yeah.
at IGN I reviewed one of these fighting games for a
Oh,
DBZ
really?
thing, and then if memory serves, when they did the open world thing, I enjoyed that for a few hours. So I know the
Oh, good for
basics.
you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Raditz comes through and it's like, oh, he's a threat because he's gonna come through and fuck shit up. And Raditz comes through and he's like, I'm taking your son. I'm kidnapping your son. You need to like fucking destroy this planet or like take over this planet, or it's very invincible also now I think about it. But do what we want you to do, or we'll kill your son and you and your planet and all this shit. And so you then have the option to go by.
allow it and be like, yeah, sure.
You know what? I'll take over this planet for you.
Didn't like it much anyway. Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, you reviewed Infinite World.
And I said an instant must avoid. Oh, well, that looks like garbage.
I mean, you're not wrong. No, Infinite World is not like one of the
What
same
console was this?
to PS2.
Damn, that looks like 3DS or something.
Maybe was there a PS3 version? Were you working at IGN before the PS3 came out?
No, but there was still much like console generations. I reviewed
You're
a lot
right.
of PS2 games. Yeah.
But anyway, no, the options come up of do you want to go after Raditz with Piccolo or without Piccolo, right? In the story, usually it's with Piccolo.
Yeah, of course.
In this one, I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna go at him without Piccolo, see what happens.
And they're still scared of Piccolo at this point.
Yeah,
They're
Piccolo.
like, we don't really know his vibe.
yeah, like
It's
or
It's a
Wolverine
weird
kinda.
instrument.
He's an anti-hero, you know?
Yeah.
So I go after him without Piccolo, and I end up beating Raditz without Piccolo, which then
Of course.
changed the storyline to where, Goku didn't die because I beat Raditz. In the original, Goku it's a whole thing, Greg.
The whole thing, Greg.
Because like,
Because you got to wish for
They
the
die-
you
they die
got
a lot.
That's the
Greg,
whole
you got to
thing.
find all
'Cause
the
here's what
Dragon Balls
happens.
to wish him to come back. you
here's
know?
what happens,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Raditz super powerful. Goku needs to help a Piccolo because Piccolo has this move called the Special Beam Cannon.
Special beam cannon.
Goku
Yeah.
has to like basically get Raditz in a full Nelson and like
Yeah.
kind
Oh,
of
hold
keep
on.
him in one spot, and then Goku or Piccolo charges up his Special Beam
Yeah, yeah,
Cannon
yeah.
by putting his two fingers to his forehead like this, and then boom does it,
Yeah.
and then it kills both Raditz and Goku, which is worth it because otherwise, what Raditz is gonna kill the whole
Yeah.
entire humanity? No, like Goku needs to sacrifice himself because he's the Jesus of this world. He's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
savior of humanity. In my playthrough,
Goku of Nazareth is what they call him.
my playthrough, that doesn't happen. Yeah, my playthrough was like, I just took him out. And so what happened was, and I'm not going to spoil this whole thing, because of course
Yeah.
people need to go check this out for themselves. But what had happened was essentially like the Z Fighters, or there was another threat that happens because of course
Threats.
there are a lot of aliens that want to destroy Earth in the Dragon Ball franchise.
Well, essentially, once Raditz goes down, then Vegeta hears about this.
Yeah.
And
Vegeta
you know,
is-
Kakarot, he comes out from outer space, and they're like, "Oh, this is Vegeta, huh?
Yeah.
Who's this guy?" You know? it's
Yeah, of course.
crazy.
Yeah,
Paris-
I got questions.
What's
I got
up?
questions.
Of course. Why not?
So, and I watched the anime, all that stuff. So I know the story. But you're talking about these alternate changes. So, and again, without spoiling too much. So, does this delve into the Cell Saga and a certain sacrifice that happens in that? Can
Dude,
you
I'm
change that?
I'm so excited to see because like, they only let me play a bit of Goku's story. And then they let us choose between if we wanted to play some of what was it, Frieza, some of Frieza's route or some of Goku Black, which Goku Black is from Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, super. Okay,
And which
yeah.
I've not watched much of Dragon Ball Super. I've only seen like the first arc of it, so I don't even know much about Goku Black aside from he's really good in Dragon Ball Fighters. I really like his character in Dragon Ball Fighters. But when I played a bit of Frieza's thing, it was interesting because basically, I'm playing the part where Frieza's on Nappa and Frieza's just murking everybody. And
Yeah.
I am doing the transformations on my own. Like there's no story cue for like doing the transformations. So I, as a player and as a fan, I'm like doing my own transformations. I'm like, all right, it's time. I'm going to my second form.
You're making your own story.
Now I'm going to my third. I'm
Yeah,
making my,
that's
and I'm fucking up Krillin. Fucking up. I forget who else was there. Vegeta was there. I fucked up his ass.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? Because like at one point,
Please.
Vegeta's like, well, I'm working for Frieza at this point, but I know that Frieza wants to get all the Dragon Balls so that he could become the leader of the free world,
Yeah.
of the United States of America. And Vegeta is like, well, I don't want that to happen. So even though I'm working for him, it's time for me to step in and then be able to take the Dragon Balls away from him. So then suddenly it's like, oh, enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of situation. That's where you kind of find yourself into,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And Frieza's like,
And then Majin Buu
Goku.
shows up.
Yeah,
with
and he's
Trunks.
like, Boo one eat, Boo one yum yum. He
That's
says
a
stuff
really
like
good
that.
Majin Buu impression.
And then you get the Cell Saga, because the Cell Saga is really the one, because he transforms from multiple different versions. They actually banned one of the episodes, Greg, because at one point
Epilepsy?
they were like, well, maybe they didn't ban it. My tia banned my cousins from watching it because there was like a
So
shooting.
just in your family.
Yeah, it was a family ban. It was a family ban. It was a shooting. There was an episode where everybody was getting gunned down. There's all these innocent civilians dying. But then you get the moment, bless, where Cell is Cell's about he's doing they're Kamehamehaing with him and
the father-son
and
Kamehameha.
Goku's dead, by the way, Greg. Goku's dead, right?
Oh, well, you
And
just
then-
spoiled what I wasn't going to spoil, but continue.
Well,
Go
and
ahead.
then
Everybody knows except for
imagine
Greg.
Kevin Costner looking at Henry Cavill and being like, "Son, I'm gonna die," doing that thing. But he's behind Gohan, Greg, and the whole time they're Kamehamehaing or whatever, and the whole time you think like Vegeta, he's selfish, he's not really gonna be a part of this. Vegeta then blasts Cell from in the sky, distract you, and they look up, and Cell's like, huh? And he looks up, and he gets distracted, and then that's when you get the moment of like Goku superpowering his son and going, Gohan now! And bro, come here, and then you just see like Cell getting overtaken, dude. It is one of the biggest moments. I'd put it up there with like Schindler's List, honestly.
But Andy, you're forgetting. You're forgetting
not
an important part of this. You're forgetting an important part of this. Goku was so gangster that he knew he couldn't defeat Cell, but he fought him anyways so that Gohan could see how to fight him and then unlock his true potential in Super Saiyan 2.
Gave him the
Goku
playlist.
gave his life so that his only son, well, was Goten. Goten was around at that point.
No,
so that
Goten
his
not around.
only son could save the world.
No,
Think about that. But I wanted to get to get to actually what happened, right, with Frieza. I do the fight. I then get into like the Goku fight, and I lost. And I was like, I'm playing as Frieza at this point, and I'm like, oh damn, like I really wanted to beat him because I wanted to see where this would go. But what was cool is like after I lost, it knocked me out to the menu, and I was like, oh damn. And then I go back to the Frieza thing, and then the next thing, like it gives me the option to play as Mecha Frieza for the next mission. I was like, oh shit,
Whoa.
that's fucking awesome. Like even though I lost it, then it will continue to take me down that route of what Frieza's story is.
Let's not even get into the Android saga. Android saga is a whole different
Again, I don't
thing
want to
too,
get into
Greg.
like details because of course people want to explore the stuff for themselves.
Yeah.
But it was also cool talking to Mitchell Saltzman, who was also at the thing and
Is he the guy who can't work a camera?
No, it's not him.
Okay.
Somebody else from IGN. You know.
Brian Altano.
Exactly. No, it was I'm talking to him about the whole Goku fighting Raditz thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, so Goku lived for me, which meant that yada 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 happened. And Mitchell's like, oh, that's crazy because I went with Piccolo and I beat Raditz before Piccolo was able to do the special beam cannon, and it meant yada yada yada. And we're like, oh snap! So this like the splintering stuff really does kind of go into more detail and more minutia than you might actually expect. Like it was actually pretty cool just to compare notes and go, damn, so these like very light decisions on how our matches went really changed things. So I'm very excited for what episode battle has. On top of that, got to play custom battle, which is basically, Greg, how you make pay-per-views and you do KFW and you're basically creating your own storylines and all that shit. There is a mode called custom battle that essentially allows you to do that, where you can like make cutscenes, create scenarios and stuff. And it's so deep that during the preview, I went to like, they have like a easy version of it and a more in-depth advanced version of it. I went to that advanced version. I was like, not enough time. Not enough time in this demo for me to do what I'd like to do in this thing. But I did try to create like a light version of the Cell Saga where I guess it'd be like a different canon. Because in my Cell Saga, I was trying to make it so that Goten is the hero instead of Gohan, which wouldn't work canonically. But I was trying to be like, all right, what if Goten is like the hero of this saga or whatever? And I try to make that. And it was cool to kind of go in there and go in depth and, make my own
That
scenarios.
sounds really cool, actually.
Yeah, it was super fun.
That's
Not
out
even,
soon,
not even
right?
mention that Trunks.
That's
is,
out very soon.
Trunks is Vegeta's son from the future, Greg. Did
Oh,
you know
wow.
that? Yeah, yeah.
Oh
I
yeah, it
probably
comes back to
didn't
the
remember
past.
that.
It's
Yeah.
time travel.
Yeah.
But yeah, it comes out October 11th. Same day as Metaphor Refantasio, so it's a big day for me. There's 182 or 83 characters. I lost count overall, and so yeah, they're jam packing this thing. GT characters. I believe they've announced Kid Goku from the upcoming movie Dragon Ball Daima.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
last
they-
thing that Toriyama worked on.
This
Yeah.
other trailer that I showed was super characters and movie characters.
There you go. Yeah, and so this game's jam packed. I cannot wait for it. I'm gonna be a sicko when this comes out, and so
When it comes out, not right
Diamond's
now.
When
a
it
show.
comes out.
Diamond's a show.
Yeah.
Diamond's a show. Oh fuck yeah, let's go.
Jamil super chats and says, "Blessing, please watch Super. Some of the best fights ever. Also, Andy, incredible reenactment."
Thank you.
Yeah, I started watching Super very recently, and so I watched the whole Beerus arc. Beerus is he's like a
Big cat guy.
Yeah, cat guy, purple. He's actually a god.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Didn't
so
see that coming.
Battle of the
One
Gods
of the
is a-
best moments in all of that is when he slaps Bulma and Vegeta loses it.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so fucking good. I love
Yeah.
Dragon Ball so much.
I just want to say,
he's masking his power from us.
you can all see the calendar, and so you know that I had an important meeting at 12:30.
Oh,
And so I think
Oh.
it's worth pointing out that 20 minutes ago, I saw the writing on the wall and emailed those people and said, hey, I might be a bit late, but the good news is you can watch the show as we go. And they responded,
It was an important meeting too.
they responded,
That's the most important meeting.
Yeah, pretty important.
But they responded to their credit. We're watching. I'm down bad to play DBZ again.
There we go.
Just let me know when you're ready and we'll hop on.
yeah.
So we will do it.
This episode's brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends over at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers an unrivaled product that's just as good as any expensive pair that we've worn. Durable frames and world-class optics for all outdoor adventures. With an extensive array of styles and colors, you're bound to find the perfect pair of Shady Rays sunglasses. Y'all know I've been outside a lot in the sun playing some Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing my Shady Rays when I'm out and about looking dope. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost or broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they will send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. Head to shadyrays.com and use code KINDAFUNNY for 50% off 2 or more pairs of shades. You can try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. shadyrays.com, use code KINDAFUNNY for 50% off 2 or more pairs of shades. This episode is brought to you by Hims. Guys, sometimes intimate moments happen spontaneously, and we'll always want to be ready so we can perform in the bedroom. Hims has treatments that can help you stay hard and last longer, giving you that boost of confidence so you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing access to affordable sexual health treatments, all from the comfort of your couch. No insurance is needed. Pay one low price for your treatments, online visits, ongoing shipments, and provider messaging. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/kindafunny. That's HIMS.com/kindafunny for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/kindafunny. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products, which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions, details, and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Well, I got to go to a trip to San Diego.
What?
Yeah. A few weeks ago, Bandai Namco invited me out, and I got to play the Tekken 8 DLC, and then
Okay.
also Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Got
nice.
to get an extended hands-on with that game. I guess I'll start with Tekken 8 DLC. I got to play the entire DLC story. I can only talk up to chapter 5 of it. I won't get into many details, but it's basically a story that they've added to kind of explain the return of Heihachi, who is this character in Tekken 8 that like has been absent. He's one of the mainstays of the series.
Yeah.
I imagine you know.
I know him by look. Yes.
Yeah. Spoilers for Tekken 7, which isn't really spoilers anymore, right? Heihachi died in Tekken 7, and so he's been absent from the recent game, which has been a huge deal. Recently they announced the Heihachi DLC, which had everybody bewildered and stunned because everybody's like, "What? How the fuck are you bringing back this character that we saw get thrown into lava?" The DLC story is here to explain exactly that. And playing through it, I was pleasantly surprised by it. I think for me, I was most surprised and pleased by the fact that, you know, it feels like a full ass, like, all right, cool. This is a 2-hour campaign that I'm playing here on top of the campaign that I played when I originally got Tekken 8, which already I was in love with and really enjoyed. This one I think is a really fun addition, and it's especially fantastic because it's free. This is one that you're just gonna get with the next update 1.08.
And when's that out?
That's a good question. They announced it recently. It wasn't announced when I was doing my demo, but you might be able to look it up.
I'll look it up.
But yeah, like update 1.08 is coming, and that is going to include the Heihachi stuff. There's also
October 3rd.
October 3rd. There you go. There is also paid DLC, which is going to be Heihachi the character, right? That is something that you're going to have to buy if you want to just play that online or play that in free mode. But playing through the DLC story was very fun. I liked how they handled everything in the story. Like, it is dumb in Tekken fashion. It is a thing where if you think too hard about it, it's like, okay, well, this is all bullshit.
It
But
just falls apart.
yeah, this falls apart so easily, but it's over the top and fun in the way that if you played the Tekken 8 story thus far, you're not going to be super mad at it. Like, it is actually a fairly fun and in ways funny way to go about it. And I enjoyed it for that. But yeah, new DLC is going to come with Heihachi, a new stage, which is Genmanji Temple. Unforgotten Echoes is the name of the story, which is free. They're also adding in online practice, and also they're adding in a feature that people have been asking for that I've been wanting forever, which is you can now with the new update change the character who's on like your main page of the main menu. Because usually it started off with Kazuya and then rotated in with the DLC characters, and so a new DLC character would drop, and then they would make that just the homepage character.
And you hate that.
You randomize?
You want to see your person.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if we're gonna be able to randomize with this new one, maybe, but I'm not sure. But you can definitely choose now, which is nice. And so now you can just make your favorite character or whatever you want. But yeah, with Heihachi, got to try out that character as well. He plays different from what I remember him playing. Like he now has like a not a like he has like a stance thing, but he also has like a charge thing where he can like collect like a very specific type of meter based on I think how often your opponent like charges into their heat rage mode. This is all for fucking nerdy tech and stuff, but they've reworked how he plays a bit, and they've also added in a new costume and reworked his model for this game, so it's like an original model for this one. Pretty fun. I'm not a Heihachi main, but like from playing it, I'm like, yo, I like how much they're lifting him up and adding to him as a character. It feels like they're treating this like a very big deal, and especially
That's awesome
because there is story DLC with it. For me, it was just a fun like reminder of, man, I fucking love tech, and I love how much fan service they're doing as far as like giving people what they want. New story that's free, new stages, new features that have been requested from the launch that are just quality of life things. And yeah, like for me, I'm like, as a Tekken fan, I'm enjoying all of what they've been giving us this year for Tekken 8.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny because like when you were a kid playing the old Tekken games, or just like any game where characters have really, really over the top hairstyles, it always looked okay because you had that sort of like that barrier of like you don't really look like
of imagination.
You don't look like a human sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then when you see somebody cosplay as Goku and has the Goku wig, it's like, oh, that wouldn't work in real life. Like that looks kind of goofy. And like as realistic as these graphics are getting, and these the visuals look great, and like the fidelity, and like these human beings look so realistic, but they still have the old hairstyles, and it's sort of like treading into that territory. Can you bring back the trailer, Barrett, at the beginning of it? I think it was like one of the first things shown. It was not only Heihachi, but they showed another dude who also looked very, very realistic, but it's starting to get to the point where it looks like a cosplayer wearing the anime wig. And it's like, oh, this wouldn't work in real life. And the more realistic these games look so freaking good, but suddenly you have, old man with his hair spiking up.
Sorry, I was really busy finding something important,
Oh, yes,
there it is.
exactly.
Never
Yeah.
forget,
This
never
is
forget.
exactly what I was
Dragon Ball
thinking
Evolution.
of. Which is like, and this was, a half step towards like real Goku looking hair. But it starts to look really, really silly. And I love that they're still doing that, and maybe it'll help normalize it,
Now, speaking of
Maybe we can have that hair in the future.
Speaking of Goku cosplayers, I want to have a conversation about preview events, because again, Bandai Namco, they invited me out. It was a fucking awesome time playing both Tekken 8 DLC and then Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which I want to get into. I know last week or the week before, Paris and Mike talked about getting to pilot a jet for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Bandai Namco thing for Dragon Ball, they invited us out to do indoor skydiving for Dragon Ball Z, and it was fucking awesome, but also random as fuck. It was one of these things where I was like, why are we doing this? Like, all right, cool, I guess we're gonna do indoor skydiving.
Fighting in air, you gotta,
And here's the thing: when we first walked in, I'll get to this, but like when we first walk in, right? As we're shuffling in, there are two dudes that are in Dragon Ball Z cosplay that are fighting in air.
Oh, sick!
That's cool. In the tube.
That is sick.
And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And then the PR was like, hey, no filming. This is only for you guys. And I was like, God damn it, why?
No.
Like, you gotta let me film this. Like, I am watching two people in air doing choreographed, like, they're professional indoor skydivers, right?
Yeah,
They're
that's
the same
incredible.
the same people that are like, helping us out as we're going in one by one doing our indoor skydiving thing. They're like, doing a choreographed fight, like Dragon Ball Z fight scene
That's
in the
sick.
air, like rotating around and doing all that shit. And I'm like, this is so unnecessary for a preview event. Like, it feels like an influencer
Preview
thing.
events are back. You know what I mean? We rebounded from COVID. Now here's the bunch of weird bullshit for no reason.
You want to talk about a marketing whiff? People posting that video of them fighting
Yeah.
mid-air
Yes.
would have
It
gone
would have been
insane.
that is
dude.
viral material.
Yes.
And what makes me even more mad about it is that
So weird.
I thought I was gonna come back here with footage of me in the indoor skydiving thing. but like I don't have it for two reasons.
Footage
One,
not found.
footage not found. They had people like recording. They had cameras and shit. And usually for the place that we went to for the indoor skydiving, on their website they have all the like, oh, here's all the photos from the day or all the footage from the day of like all the customers coming through to indoor skydive. Ours never went up because it was embargoed, right? Like there's all the
Yeah,
Dragon
yeah.
Ball Z stuff in the background, so it didn't go up the day of. But even when I go and refresh, that footage is not there. So I'm like, where is all that footage? I can't find it anywhere. But then also, I'm not gonna say names, but there was a friend that I have there that was like, oh, I got you, I'll record you. And then like afterwards, I got home and I was like, hey, did you get any of the recorded footage? And he was like, nah. And I'm like, okay, well,
And
cool.
their name rhymes with Heikel Mayim.
No, he wasn't there. But it was one of those things where I was like, oh man, I thought for sure I was gonna have footage of me in this thing because I wanted to talk about it on the
Yeah.
podcast. But I will say, according to everybody, I look real natural in there. I look like I was meant for
Oh,
the
that's
sky.
real easy. Yeah, yeah. There's no footage at all, but just take it when Blessing was flying. He looked natural.
Dude, people were like, yo, you look like you knew what you were
you
doing.
were meant
up in
to.
the
You were
air.
meant to be in
So
there.
audio
Yeah.
listeners, just picture him looking natural in the
Just,
sky.
just picture me looking natural.
This is an official
in the
call
tube.
to all the artists in the community to
Yeah.
animate a Blessing falling.
Just
in the-
make me look real natural, just falling in the indoor skydiving thing.